feel I'm channeling a sloth? I wish I had a little mask, but I don't. That's what the market's feeling like right now. It's feeling like as slow as a sloth. But we did get a couple of good indicators this week that will hopefully see a little bit more energy. Now, we know this time of year, it's always kind of slow. It's just moving into the holidays. We've got other things going on, and we're not thinking about buying or selling necessarily, except for those people who are, right? And then we have the economic situation with the interest rates and the pinch on inflation. And so that's just adding to already a fairly slow, less activity market all year long to the seasonal slump, making it feel a lot worse. The good news is that there were some great economic reports that just came in. And we've already seen a pretty good drop in an interest rate. So on a $500,000 home, you could expect to get a $200 to $300 less per month payment just from that shift that happened in the last 24, 48 hours. Especially for our area, the other piece of good news is that it seems that the government shutdown has reached a point where it's not as likely as we thought it would be. Some decisions have been made by the House of Representatives, and that's brought a lot of consternation about, do I have a job? Can I validate my employment to kind of lose its steam? So that's good news. So let's get into the numbers, okay? So for Prince William County, months of supply, that is, how long would it take to sell the homes that are on the market right now if the same pace continues? And they have finally just crested outside of their 5-year average. So it's taking a little bit more than a month for that inventory to have depleted itself, assuming same number of buyers and no more houses coming on the market. And before, it used to be in the last 5 years, the average has been less than a month. So for days on market, and that's where you can really feel the difference, is that the homes were, clicking along even most of this year at less than a week. And now we've seen it crest over 2 weeks, going on 3 weeks in a lot of neighborhoods, Prince William County. And so that's really starting to feel the crunch of the pace, the economics, the seasonal shifts, and all those things. But the good news is still that the sales prices continue to be up. And in Prince William, actually, of the 3 counties that I typically talk about, Fairfax and Stafford being the other 2, they've got better numbers than the other 2. They're seeing year over year. So this time, October's numbers, this time this year versus this time in 2022, a 7% increase in median home value. That's really good news. Most stock markets aren't seeing that. And even between this month and last month, we're seeing almost 5%, 4.9% median sales price increase. So that's pretty good news that home sales are staying strong. It's just taking a little longer to get through to that process. Fairfax, a little bit more resilient in terms of the pace. So their monthly supply is smack in the dab of where it's all months of supply, smack dab in the middle of where it has been for the last 5 years, from an average at slightly over a month, but that's typical for them. And then the median days on market has increased by about 14%, but it's still under 2 weeks. So that's a pretty good pace. And they aren't seeing the escalating days on market quite as severely as what we see in Prince William County. Sales doing well, that they are seeing an increase, but again, not as drastic of a climb. Their year over year average is 3%. Their monthly average, so between October and September, still on an increase, but about 1.5%. Stafford, they are also just outside their 5-year average for months of supply, slightly over 1 month. But But median days on market, believe it or not, is down. Like they are not seeing as much of a slowdown in the county. So it's down about 4% year over year, and 10% down just from September alone. So they're under a week in their days on market, which is what we've kind of been experiencing through most of the week. So they haven't hit their slow spot just yet. Median sales price, again, good numbers, up 7.2% year over year and 2.4% from this month compared to last month. So good news in terms of the value of the homes, a little challenging in terms of days on market. And sometimes days on market, when it goes up, can contribute to negotiated sales prices. So what does that mean overall? Hey, sellers, the shiniest pennies are still doing great. We still are getting, for our homes that just have all of the things going for them, 2 days on market, 3 days on market, over list prices, but you've got to be in that sweet spot. And if you're not the shiniest penny and you're not going to be able to become that, that's okay. You're still going to sell, but it has to be priced right. It has to be priced aggressive to get the most activity that you can, get that flurry going. And then ultimately you do need to be prepared to make some concessions. We're seeing people that are needing to have that home inspection or a home sale contingency. And so those have to be considerations for our sellers. Another thing that we're doing for our listings is partnering with lenders that can offer some incentives. You know, builders do it all the time. So what incentives can we offer for resales? We've got some ideas. Lenders are getting creative. They need to have ideas. So you can include that in your marketing of the home. Buyers, what is my message for you? Don't sleep on this, man. This is the time. This is the door has opened. You need to jump through it. Strike while the iron is hot. The competition is very low. Interest rates just took a jump down. Take advantage of it. Talk to us. We'll get you into a home and have a fabulous, happy holidays. Doesn't that sound good? Thanks for listening. Contact myself or my team at Honorable Service Realty Group to learn how to manage this market and still get your goal. Okay? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.